So today I'm not wasting our time. So today we are going to learn. In the first 25 minutes, we will allocate for learning something. I will teach you some. Okay, so today I would like to uh, tell you, I would like to present to you some vocabularies that you can use to expand your vocabulary power with advanced. Okay. So today we are going to learn some advanced expressions. Well, that exactly what we will do in this first 25 minutes. Okay, 20 hour of English lesson. So we are going to learn all these advanced expressions with the word as far as much as as such and many more. Let's get started first. Let's talk about how to use the structure as adjective as this in an advanced structure. Don't get confused. We will explain everything and we will put them in a sentence. Then you will understand completely. Okay. So if there are any ambiguous point, we will just clear them out. Okay. All right. So and I will help you sound very fluent. This is a very common structure, and we use this structure when you are comparing two things. So, like when you are comparing two things, you can use this like structure. When I say two things, we need two nouns, and they can be any nouns, and we are comparing them using an adjective or an adverb. Now we use as adjective as when the two things that you are comparing, like you are comparing, are equal. Let's take a look at an example. Like now, first of all, we need two things. So let's just take a look at two houses. Okay, two houses. I could say that this house is as big as this house. So today we are going to learn how to you can compare two things. For that, we use uh, like as. Just one second. Yeah, as such and as many, like as such, as such, as such, as such, like and so as far and as such and as much. These are the words which you use to compare two things between two things. I will tell you. We'll go into deal with an example. I will just put them in a sentence. So the first sentence that we got here is okay. The next time I will try to present the screen before you that you can understand, and like you will get the. All right. So okay, we took two words like two houses. I could say that this house is as big as this house. Like there are two houses and both are same in size and in height also. So I'm comparing these two houses. So I can say this house is as big as this house. So in this example sentence, what my adjective, write the adjective down in the comments. Okay, what is the adjective big of course, big is our adjective. Let me type it. Okay. Some people may don't understand what all talk about. But at the end of the conversation, or at the end of this session, end of this lesson, I will make like a brief. Okay, I will make a brief explanation about what we are taught, like what you are taught. Okay, so don't get confused. So we just took an example, like when we compare two things, we use as such. Okay, as such. So we say when we compare two houses, we say I could say that this house is as big as this house, like as big or as far or as same as this one. As big, as something is. Okay, we got an example here that is as big as this house, like two houses. they are same in size. So we say this house is as big as this house. So in this example sentences, in this example sentence, what is my adjective? Is big. Okay, big is our adjective now. Remember, use structure when the two items are comparable. But what if they are what if are not comparable? The two houses we can compare between them because they are from same type and they are comparable. Okay, so but if what if they are not comparable? What about these two houses? Now, in this case, I can simply make my verb negative. So let's original sentence. So remember this. Was our original sentences? What our original sentence? When the houses were comparable, no, they aren't. So what would I need to change in the sentence to make it negative? Put your answer in the comments. Can anybody hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Who is talking? May I know the name? Okay, I will repeat the question. Okay. Here we are learning a structure. Here we are learning a structure, I mean, by which you can compare two things which are comparable. Okay. We are learning a structure that we can use to compare two things. The structure is, I'll give you an example like this house. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, now we can hear you.
Okay, 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 okay. As big as this. This was our structure. Like we were comparing two houses, and I mean, we were comparing two houses that are comparable. Like you've seen a house in the road, you've seen two houses uh, in the beside the road. Okay, so you are trying to compare these two houses. They were same in like tall. Okay, they were same in the size. So you were saying that this house is as big as this house. I mean, both houses are same in size. So, like when you make a negative sentence, how would you make it negative? Like when I say that this house is as big as this house. So in this example, our adjective is big, right? But when you make it, I mean, these two houses are not comparable, but we are making a comparison in a negative form. Like, how do you make it?
This house is not as big as that house.
Yeah, not as.
Big as.
Yeah. Yes, this house is not as big as this house. So I hope you know this, and I hope you know this one. I'm sure you do. So I would simply need to take my verb and make it negative. And in this case, I'm using the verb to be. So I would say this house isn't as big as that house. Like as she said, this house is not as big as that house. So in positive form, you are using this structure when two things are equal, but you can still use this when two things are not equal. Okay, you can still use this same structure when the things are not equal, but you need to make the verb negative. Let's take a look at another example. So I need two things. I'm going to use two cars. Okay, I can say this BMW is as fast as this uh Maruti. Okay, this BMW, this BMW is as fast as this Maruti. Okay. In the comment section, you can see I just copied my example where you can say, like, I'm comparing between BMW and Maruti. Yeah, of course, we are pretty sure that the BMW and Maruti Suzuki are not same. Like they are different. Like they have far more different between the Maruti Suzuki and the BMW in performance, in size, in color, in quality, in production. Everything is different. Yeah, you want to ask something? Hello. This BMW is not as fast as the Maruti. Yes. Did someone ask any question? Did I miss something? Okay. So this is a structure which is common in use. So you can just like copy this as it is. Okay. So when I come back, I can say this like BMW. This BMW is as fast as this Maruti. So here, what is my adjective? Put it in a comment. Like, what is the adjective? Fast. My adjective is fast. Now, of course, we can use any adjective we want. So, like for example, our adjective is as fast. Like you can make it as big. You can make it as fast. Our adjective here in the sentence is as fast. Then you can also use as beautiful or as faster, as quick, and as yeah. Like I request you each and every one of you to write a comment and like put it on the comment section. An example, each everyone. As powerful, yeah. Like a lion, sorry, tiger is not as powerful as the lion. We say as long, yeah, as long. We can say as long. As small as, yeah, as small as. We can say the ants or the bacteria. So amoeba. The amoeba is not as small as the bacteria. As sweet, yeah, as sweet. The honey, not honey. The sugar is not as sweet as the honey. And as good as her, yes. He is not as good as her. As slow as, oh yeah, as slow as. The rabbit is not as slow as the tortoise. The train is not as slow as the car. Yes, the train is not as slow as the car. This is a negative, and you can also make positive comparison using this structure. So it's a common structure which are very common in use. If you just remember this, it's gonna be a remarkable contribution to your language. All right. So let's think of some other examples of adjectives. Like what other adjective could you use instead of fast? What do you think? Anything come to mind? Put an example in this comment. Think of another adjective you could use. Well, I could talk about money and say that this BMW is as expensive is the adjective, like expensive as the Maruti. It's not as expensive. The Maruti is not as expensive as the BMW. Okay. So this BMW is as expensive as this, like Benz. Perhaps I could say this BMW is as nice as this Benz. So yeah, what adjective did you use in the now? Of course, if these two cars are not comparable in terms of speed, then I can simply make our verb negative, like as we did. And I can say this BMW isn't as fast as this Benz. And again, I can use any adjective, all right? So now it is your turn to practice. And I'm going to give you two images. Okay. I'm going to give you two things and you got to compare them. Okay, we got many examples here. Mira is not as great as Tina. My blanket My blanket, you should, Asfara, you should say, my blanket is as soft. Okay, my blanket is as soft as feather. You should put is. Mina is as intelligent as Ben. Yeah, very good, very good. So we got a couple of examples here. So, all right. So, okay, this is the I'm really sorry. I mean, it was heavy raining here, so my connection is being disconnected very often, like without me knowing. Okay, so I really apologize for that. So our in the next sections, I will there are many interesting advanced, I mean, grammatical structures and grammatical like the things are waiting for you ahead. And in the coming days, I will definitely bring them to you. All right. So today we are going to have the interactive section right now. We are move on with the interactive session. So we just need a topic to talk about. So as like we are in the first day of we just retrieved we retrieved our section that we've been disconnected from, and from today onwards, I hope we'll be properly having our interactive sessions where everyone will get a chance to speak up. So Robert is not insurgent as Rahul. Okay. So I mean, to be honest, I wasn't prepared that much as I can organize and conduct the classes properly. But from today, there are more interesting things will be awaited. Okay. So we have almost 19 participants here. So I hope with this uh, with this a good number, we can make a beautiful interactive session. So let's get started. I need each and every one of you to give me a brief introduction. So let's start from Sayyid Asfara. Asfara, are you with us? Oh, Asfara is the host. I'm sorry. Sayyid Sharif, can you hear me? Sayyid Sharif, can you hear me? Okay. It's a little bit awkward. Like the people that I call, they are. Do it like. Do any of you hear his voice? I can't hear him.
Sir, we are not able to hear his or her.
Yeah, I think he has some problem with his internet. Okay, so we can start with Ariba. Mansuri, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Adib, I think you are a regular like participant in our previous classes, right?
No, sir. I just
Is
get
it
to
the first
know
time?
about yes.
So is it the first time you ever been to our session, or have you been there before?
No, sir. It's my first time.
Okay, okay. So would you like to give a brief introduction for us?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay, go
Uh,
ahead.
my name is Ariba Mansoori. I'm living in Eta district of Uttar Pradesh. I completed my plus two from Aligarh Muslim University, and currently I'm pursuing BA honors in sociology from Aligarh Muslim University. And my hobby is to talk, whenever I get time, then I like to talk with people, talk with friends, and this is about me.
Okay. So why are you interested in English? What made you come here?
Sir, as we know, like we are living in India, so English is not our mother tongue. So, it is my perception. Like, if you can speak English fluently, so it gives a charm to your personality, especially in India. And it is, I think, it is also a need of a modern world. Like, if you want to connect with the people out of India, or like it is not in India, I can say there are people who are not able to speak Hindi. So if you want to connect with them, then you should know English. So that's why I'm here.
Very impressive. And I hope you will successfully establish what you are really looking for. And I wish you a good luck.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, I
Okay.
have a question. May I ask?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sir, yeah, sir, I want to know, like, where are you from? Like, I saw a difference.
Okay. Okay.
Your
Okay.
pronunciation is quite different. Yeah.
All right. I'm basically from Kerala, but I've spent more than 2 years at Aligarh Muslim University. I've been pursuing my master's in Arabic language and literature. Okay, and I'm like we we start making with our session just a couple of months ago, but just due to some I've been I mean I had engaged with my exams and everything just got collapsed. So we just sorry.
Yes, yes, sir.
Uh,
I can hear you.
okay, Sharif Ahmed, if you're not talking right now, I request you to keep muted. All right. So I was saying that mm I was appointed and I was selected to not administrate, like moderate the spoken English section here while I was pursuing my master's. And as far, I mean, that was a coincidence that I met Asfar Ali Khan, and I really made a good, how can I say, rapport with him. And he's a good friend of mine. I shared with him. So, like one day, like randomly, we were having a discussion. So I found there was a need of someone who could lead an English session. So I just texted him in private, and I said I showed up my interest. I showed him my interest that I'm really interested. I say, great. I'm really ambiguous. Sorry, I'm really ambitious to, especially to take part in such a great embark on spoken English sections and cultural programs. So he just said yes, and since then I'm here with Aligarh Renaissance. With not in every programs, I'm not a regular or participant in every single programs that has been conducted by Aligarh Renaissance, but I try my best to be productive and informative and fruitful. That I'm always, I mean, for the future that I'm really looking for. Are you
Okay,
still
thank
with
you,
me?
sir. Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear you.
And I am looking for my PhD. So I hope you will remember me in your duas. And yeah, you know that like since the COVID pandemic arrived, there are a lag, like there's a big delay in the the admission procedures. I mean, especially at Aligarh Muslim University, they almost we need to wait almost 6 to 7 months for the new academic PhD, admission. So probably in December or January, hopefully it is expected to like the admission procedures is expected to open like out within December and January, and I hope hopefully I will secure the admission at Aligarh Muslim University itself.
Yeah, inshallah, sir, you will get admission here.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Sir, I think it's a very good step taken by you and the sir, because I'm also struggling since a long time to becoming a speaker, because I saw there are so many application available on the Play Store, but they are paid, and even like if you pay a amount of money there, but still you are not able to find a proper partner to speak. So so it's since a long time I'm not able to speak fluently. So I think it's a very good step for such a learner, dedicated learner, I can say.
Mhm. Yeah, it's all about your dedication and endeavors that you rise towards achieving anything that you want, really gain in your life. Okay, and as you know, the time cannot be regained. It's not about how big and how paid it is, like how expensive it is. It's all about how do you process and how do you work on it. I never subscribed to any paid channel. I never subscribed to any paid app when I learned it. It just took me 6 months to learn English during the COVID pandemic. I always like narrating the story to everyone, like how did I learn English and how did I'm still making a lot of mistakes. So despite the mistake that I make, I only look at the positive side where my progress lay on. So I don't really care about what the people say, and it doesn't matter. As there is a scholar said, there's a great quote in English. It doesn't matter how slow you walk, and until you're not stopping. You know, it doesn't matter. So
Yes, sir.
okay, so I think we should give opportunity for others also. So I will get back to you. Okay,
Okay, sir.
thank you. Ahmed Hassan, are you with us?
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Thank you.
I am
So do you
Ahmed
know,
Hassan.
go ahead.
Alhamdulillah. I am Ahmed Hassan.
Yeah,
Alumni. I passed bachelor degree in 1976 from AMU.
great.
Yes, I am senior. That is
I think for the proper internet connection, you should turn off your camera. I think that may cause in lack of connectivity. Your voice is breaking down. Is it the same with everyone, or is it only with me?
now it
Sir,
is
I think it is same for everyone.
All right, yeah, I guess so. So,
now,
like, I
okay.
think you can try again, like closing your camera. Maybe it will result in lack of connectivity.
I paused, sir. I paused the camera. Now it is
Clear.
okay.
Yeah, now it's crisp and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. And my interest also about the spoken Arabic. If there is any group like this platform,
I really don't know. There are a couple of groups which are meant for native speakers, and I've been there, and I can also speak Arabic fluently because since that's my major. But I don't know what's your proficiency level, like beginner, intermediate, advanced. I mean, on what would you grade your proficiency? I mean, your eloquency. My apologies. Unfortunately, I can't hear you properly. I really do not get what you said.
He's not audible.
All right. So we can move to the next one. Arqam Shafi, are you with us?
Yes, I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I just need you to give you a self introduction first, and yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Akram Shafi. Basically, I belong to Kanpur City, India. Currently, I am working as an environment and sustainability engineer in Qatar as an municipal engineer for last 10 years. I am just interesting. I love to playing pool and snooker and making a new friends. For my journey, I'm just getting a new things. Like I just joined this group for the brush up my English. So I know, but I'm not 100% excellent for this English, but I'm trying to improve every day. So for my journey, I just found Aligarh Resonance is a very good platform to just update you. And as well as you told me you found a blog belongs to Kerala. I have a several friend from the Kerala, in Nagolam, the parts of the
All right.
Kerala working with us. So it's a very great atmosphere and place for like multiple guys are really interesting to each other.
Yeah, I mean, you are a well secured profession right now, and you have a good job. So
Yes.
I would like to know how important is it to have a good communication skill, like especially having a English as a second language is not even a first language. So how important it is, how enormously important it is for a student, like or current generation, to acquire a a good English. What do you think? Since you are a
Uh,
professional.
Yeah, English is a very important for this scenario or like this generation because in English if you know the English so you can explain each and everything to another person. So they makes the door to interaction to different nationality, different people. Now because like in India we are communication are same language, so we are not getting the information of others what's going on. Nowadays everything is transferring all the report, all the medicines and data is converted to the English. So if you need to learn more get the more knowledge, you need to must be getting the knowledge of English. Communication is a very important tool. Like so, if you convince your feelings or anything with the other people.
Exactly, as we have with the money. The person who have money right now, he has dignity, he has respect, he has popularity, he has the people around him. But a person who does not have money, I think, is language as important as the money. Sometimes, like with language, you can manipulate others, you can fabricate anything that just come around you. You know. So if you have a good grip on the language, if you are a good commander of a language, that is a tool and that's a power. Like nowadays, even we consider the people who have a good communication skill as superior, like having educated. Like in fact, he might not be. So, however, that's really important. Like, thank you so much. I'm really appreciate it, and I'm obliged for your wonderful comment on this. Thank you, sir. So let's move to Alina. Alina, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So would you mind if
Am I,
you just,
am I
yeah, would you
audible?
mind? Yes, you are audible. Would you mind giving us a brief introduction about yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Alina Ahmed. I am a high school pass out right now, and I'm looking for colleges at the moment. And me attending the class right now is because of my interest in communication, debates, elocutions, and all of that stuff. So that's pretty much about me.
All right. So Can you think of an incident where you really faced that was a big tragedy because of English? Is there any like worst incident that you ever faced in your life because of English?
So I can not a proper incident that I could tell you, but when it's the initial phase of us learning English, standard third and fourth, when you're just aware of certain words and certain sentences. And because English is a language that is, for us Indians, been taught to treasure it. So in those years when I used to speak English and I wasn't at all good with it, the fun that we used to make, that made English such a treasure. And now when I am able to fluently speak it, it's like I achieved something really big. So that was something that I think was a phase.
Oh, thanks so much. And what do you think, Alina? What do you think? What do you think the best way to learn English, according to you? Like I would always say, some people are considering English is a knowledge or is a piece of knowledge. It's not a knowledge. It's just a medium that you can use to acquire knowledge, as same as the Arabic language. Arabic language, some people consider it. Yeah, of course, it is one of the second hardest and toughest language in the world, and I know how tough it is, and I know how hard the grammatical parts of Arabic language, and I know the dimensions and the parameters of Arabic language. So since a student of Arabic language, since being a student of Arabic language, I know how hard it is. Some people that really consider it, I say knowledge, but it's not knowledge, but it's just a medium which you can use to acquire knowledge. All right, the same as the English. We should avoid the question which is associated with learning English. Instead, we should like prefer getting involved in real context. Like we should
Okay.
like totally forget about that we are learning English. Like as long as you remember that you're learning English, that naturality in your language will be lost. That will be destroyed. That will be
Right.
eradicated. So you should not let it happen. Instead, that was the thing that I kept in my mind. You should change your mindset before you learn English. There are a couple of things which are mandatory to keep hold on when you learn English. It's not only English but also every language. The first thing, like patience. It's not going to happen. Your eloquency is not going to be established within one day. Like you're just having the interactive section, and maybe after this interactive section, you will think of what did I earn by joining today's session. So, and the second thing, if you want to be a good talker, if you want to be a good speaker, you should be a good listener. Without being a good listener, you can never be a good speaker. I was really failed at that point. So, like, I tried many things. I've tried, I do not have that much financial support to subscribe, or, otherwise, I would have done, I would have subscribed to many paid facilities, that
Right.
facilitate the people, like learning platforms, but I do not have, like, fortunately, I would say. And that led me, or that
Right.
I was forcefully led to make some like ultimate efforts, ultimate extreme efforts that helped me to improve my language. So you need the patience. You need just keep the patience, and you just always keep the mind. Everything that you do, it will take time. The good things will take time.
Right.
Yeah. When the Eiffel Tower, do you know? Have you heard of the Eiffel Tower? I know. I'm sure that you know. You do. Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
magnificent
I do.
structure. Yeah, that's a magnificent structure located in Paris, right? The capital of France.
Right.
So
Right.
when this building's construction was on progress, many people criticized the constructors, like even the construction manager, they criticized them, like, why do they making this kind of the piece of very ugly like building? Does it, is it going to last forever? Is it going, I think it's about to fall down. I think they are not able to like full complete this construction of this building, it can't hold. It will just fall down. But the people who negatively commented on this building has been died. But this building is still alive, and it became one of the most attractive, tourist attractive place and magnificent structure in the world, and that is still alive. Okay, so but it took many years. I think more than 30, 40, 50 years to be done. So the same as our language. Our language is like we're constructing a building. So the foundation must be good. But when it comes to speaking, you you should not look at the
Right.
grammar. You should not look at the foundation. It's there are two parts: learning and acquiring. Okay, acquiring is a way different from that of learning. Learning, it has steps, it has proper steps, it has proper stages. How do we learn English? That's the way that we're learning in our academics. Like we learn what the word is,
Right.
what the sentences are, what other types of sentences are, and we are learning what is simple present, simple past perfect, and simple present continuous. Like we are learning every different types of grammar and what are their functions, how we can properly use them in a sentence. These are the things that we do at school. But if you really want to improve your speaking, if the English, I'm giving you this advice for the people who are just looking for the communication skills and achieve a good command over English, I mean spoken English, you don't have to look at these parameters. Instead, you should focus and try to imitate. Okay, you should imitate the word as it is spoken by natives or as it is spoken by a person who is good at language. All right. Like instead, like if I ask you, how are you? How would you answer, Alina? Like if I ask you, how are you? How would you say?
I'm fine.
Yeah, yeah, fine. Is there any alternative?
Uh, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, I can ask you, how are you? Is there any alternative for how are you? Anyone can answer.
Oh, for the statement. For the statement
Anyone
that you
can,
asked.
yeah, anyone can answer. I mean, I need if you're feel like, don't be timid. If you feel timid, you can just post your comment on the comment box. Do any of you know any alternative for how are you? How can I use I can I, how can I say how are you in another way?
How do you do?
For these,
How do you do?
Yeah, yeah, one by one. How do you do? Yes, we can say how do you do.
How it's
How have
going?
you been?
Yeah, how are you doing? We can also say.
How have you
And
How have
been?
you been doing?
how have you been doing? All right. Hey, what's up? Okay. Okay, that's not WhatsApp, that's WhatsApp. Okay, how have you been? Yes. And how is it going? All right. Okay, how is it going? And there is one more thing, like, what are you up to? What are you up to? Like, if you want to certainly know, like, particularly know what a person is doing at the moment, you can ask him, what are you up to? So, see, when we have diversity, our yeah, our expressions and our structures and our language is is really extensive. Like, it's really extended. So, as as much as the people,
Sir, what
it's the
was the previous line you said? The alternate of how are you?
what are you up to, or how is it going?
Okay.
How have you been? What are we up to? We put this question over the person. I mean, if you want to know something that a person is currently doing, you can ask him. Like, I can say, Ahmed Hassan or Alina, what are we up to? They will say, I'm practicing, I'm attending a session, I'm attending a lesson right now in on spoken English with Aligarh Renaissance. Okay, that might be your answer. So, all right. So you in your answer or in your response, you would say, what would you say, Ayman? I mean, what would you say in return of this question or in the answer of this question? Answer for this question.
I'm doing good. Thank you would be a general answer. And if you're really looking forward for what I'm doing, then I could explain the activity that I'm currently into.
Yes, I'm good. I'm good. That's a good expression. Is there any alternative? I'm fine. Yes, I'm well. I'm good. I'm fine. And what else?
I'm
I'm
doing
doing
well.
well. Yes, I'm doing well. But there is, I don't think any of you gonna say this one. So far, so good. So far, pretty good. How about you? Yes.
So good. Yeah.
Very polite. They consider it as a polite way, even though in fact they have a lot of things which I cannot tolerate and I cannot accept, which is really impolite in English. But English, they always keep the politeness, okay, in every word that you use. So when you say so far so good, how about you? That's a minimum manner that you can show to the person that you're talking or you are meeting up. Everything is great. How about you? Yes. So like when you learn a new expressions you gotta forget you I mean you need to forget like the old one and replace it by the new one. Like from now onwards you don't say I'm fine, instead you can say overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. It is not, we don't say I'm overwhelmed. It has another context. I would explain it later. Okay. So we just need to move to I mean, actually our section, the duration of our section is from 8:30 till 9:15, but it just our the first session, okay? So I don't mind giving much more time, but from tomorrow, no, sorry, from the next session will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, okay. Our next session will be on Wednesday, and inshallah, I will definitely plan and design something very, very much better than this in our upcoming session. So I hope you'll be uh, just remind yourself. I need every one of you be present at our next session. Okay, all right. So we got next one, Aliza, Aliza Kauthar. Aliza Kauthar, are you with us? All right.
Yes,
What
sir.
about?
I can hear you. Sorry, actually, there was some noise behind me.
Okay. I just want to remind you that it's our spoken English session. So your mic, you must be able to turn on your mic in case you join here, in case you come here. But definitely, I mean, of course, there will be some people who are just interested in listening and have, I mean, just listening to the exchanges that we are having. But it's okay. So, would you like to give us a introduction, your self
Sure,
introduction?
sir.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
So, my name is Aligarh Kaisar, and I'm currently a third year student in BSc Biochemistry in Aligarh Muslim University. I have passed my 10th and 12th from senior secondary school girls, which is a part of AMU, and that's it. Thank you.
Okay, like why did you come here? What brought you here?
Actually, I really like English language, and I have studied English from like preps. I have been a part of English medium from prep from starting. But I thought I was good in English as long as like I was good in speaking English. I was good in grammar as well, and I'm the oldest in my siblings, so they actually look up to me to teach them English during their exams. But when I
Hmm.
started checking their syllabus, it is getting more and more advanced, and I feel like I'm lacking behind this subject, which is growing day by day. So I thought that it's time that during the summer vacation I should do something with this language. And thankfully, Aligarh Onesa actually had these classes, so I'm looking forward to the sessions. And also, actually, I'm currently in Bangalore because of an internship. So here, I thought that I would be able to speak much better English, but it is different from just speaking English and actually interacting with people who are actually very well versed in English.
Hmm. And also remember one more thing: you need to always stick with the people who is ahead of you, not the people who below you. It will just drag you behind. It will just drag you back. So if you want, just
Mm.
wanna, if you want your level is elevated, if you want your level to be elevated, you should stick with the people who is ahead of you in terms of knowledge, in terms of language, in terms of mindset, in terms of thoughts, in terms of culture, in terms of everything, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm gonna ask you a real quick question. Like, you supposed if the English wasn't in existence, okay, if the English wasn't existed, what do you think? What would be the image of the world that comes to your mind? That comes to your
Well,
mind.
I take English to be a very important language because English is something which is connecting
No,
this
no, no, no,
India.
no, no. Like,
Hmm.
you suppose the English wasn't on exist. Like,
Okay,
there was no English. Can you imagine
okay.
a world without English? How would it
I
be?
don't think so. I cannot imagine actually because the level of like how the English has actually spread out in the whole world as a means of common communication. I do not think that actually if there was no English, if there was another language to replace it, to have a common communication on, like even in India, even within North and South, you cannot communicate without English because that is the common language you can have, and that actually helps you to go above the language barrier. So without English, you must have another language to replace it. Otherwise, without English, I do not think that
All
this
right,
world can
all
actually
right.
flourish.
So you said there is no way we can imagine a world without English. So you suppose if there was no English, all right. So we should have a uh like substitution, right, for the English language, for the lack of English language.
Yes.
Like, if there was no English, what what language could be the alternative or like substitution for it?
Well, I'm not actually sure about it, but probably Chinese because even though it's
Chinese.
difficult, I think that this is actually one of the most flourishing languages, and even Spanish actually. We also had some classes on Spanish by Aligarh.
Yeah, Spanish
So
is really good.
yes. And
The
Spanish
most
is
beautiful
actually one
language.
of the most spoken in Europe, and Europe is actually connecting that America and all that Russia. It's a very important area. So
Yeah.
probably Spanish.
Okay, like, now it's become very mandatory for everyone to learn English because that's a universal language, worldwide, spoken language. So in order to, like, do anything, in order to establish anything, in order to accomplish anything in our life, we should learn that language. It became an inevitable part in our life that we all are here, right? So, in your opinion, in your opinion, if it wasn't English, what it would be like? What would can you make a wish that, is there any language you would prefer? You would rather prefer than English to be the supremacy, like superlative.
I would probably prefer Urdu and Arabic. I really like those languages. Even though I'm not very well versed in Urdu and Arabic, they are very beautiful languages, and I doubt anybody can actually like tackle it and say that another language is more beautiful than that. I really
So
like
you,
Urdu and Arabic.
you really wish that the Arabic language replaced the English is replaced by Arabic.
I would love to get Arabic the exposure it must get because even in like what actually I believe is that in Muslim we understand what is the significance of Arabic and how is it so important. But I believe that there might be some racism against the Arabic language just because it's our one of the most important languages for us. So I doubt if some people will show their displease or that they are not actually happy with this language. But I would love to see the language Arabic because Arabic is such supposed to be one of the most difficult languages, and people showing racism against that language is not actually good enough for the. But again, you know that we Muslim community is again the backbone of like we need Arabic language. So
All right. So according to you, you give 10 out of 10 to the Arabic language, and you wish if it could be the most spoken language and having the position which the English does,
yes,
right?
definitely. And we are also
Okay,
actually having some Arabic classes. We are actually having a 5-day workshop on the basic Arabic. So I'm very happy to attend that as well.
that's really amazing, impressive. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So Ammar Rashid, are you with us? Ammar?
What?
Okay, Ammar. How are you? I'm not good at Hindi, but I will ask you, कैसे हो आपको?
What?
Ammar, can you hear me?
Yes.
How are
Yes.
you? Do you speak Hindi?
No, I know both. I can speak in Hindi and English.
Oh, that's really good. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes.
Introduction? Go ahead.
My name
Yeah.
is Ammar Rashid. I study
Yes.
in class 3rd A. My papa
Oh.
name is Shari Ammani. My
Uh-huh.
mama is Sanazri.
Really great. And what's your ambition? What would you like to be in your future?
Doctor.
Doctor.
Yes.
And what do you want to do after being a doctor?
Huh?
You want to be a doctor, right?
Yes.
Will you help poor people? Will you give them like a free consultation for the poor people?
Yes.
Really? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'll give some.
Okay,
Very
so
poor people.
when you become a doctor, you will help poor people and you will try to lift up our community, right? Okay, do you understand?
Sorry to interrupt, Ammar. I'm Shabih Yamani, father of Ammar. Ammar, uncle is asking what you will do in future when you will become doctor.
Yeah.
What?
Uncle is asking what you will do in future when you will become doctor. When you will become a young person, means matured person, then what you will do in future?
I will do.
Maybe he hasn't got my. Okay, Ammar, thank you so
Hey,
much.
Ammar,
Wait, I'm coming.
Ammar,
Yes.
thank you so much for your response.
Okay.
Okay, very good. So we are moving to.
Basically,
Yes.
Ammar is roughly 8 years old and normally used to speak in English at home only. And his small son, his small brother is roughly 28 months old, and he also speak English. Only speak English, means he even don't know Hindi.
Oh, really, really? I mean, I got really astonished. At his age, I was nothing. I do not know even how to write an apple, like how to write the word apple. I really appreciate that people are, I mean, at my age, our like contemporary world, they are getting so advanced. Even
I
reaching.
am from Delhi. Sorry to
No,
interrupt.
no.
Basically, I'm from Delhi, and one other member is Kasifa. She is in the group, and she is just our neighbor. And Kasifa has two sisters also. One is Ifat, and Ifat is 3 years old, 3 or 3.5 years old. Even she speak completely English because she remain with my son, and then they interact with themselves, and then they learn. Even see, his father don't know anything in English. His father cannot speak. Every time his father used to say that Rashid bhai, my name is Rashid. So Rashid bhai just insist them to speak in English. And
Okay.
one is Kashifa. The other girl, other sister name is.
Wow.
Impressive. So interesting. The session is getting so interesting.
Yeah, thank you.
I just want to know, like, to make a to draw a conclusion, I just want to know the people. Like, what are the people that we have here? Like, how many of they are advanced? How many of they are beginners? And on, I mean, how should I take the classes and how should I lead the session? So I'm getting an idea of how should I. So it should be convenient for everyone, like each and everyone who is joining with us. So I'm trying to make it as fruitful as much as I can. All right. So Kulsum, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I already know Kulsum. Yeah, I mean, is that a Kulsum? Are you the same Kulsum that I know?
Yes, sir. I'm the same Kulsum.
Okay, so would you introduce yourself to us?
Yes, yes, I would. Okay, my name is Kulsum, and I was born and raised in Aligarh, Uttar Pradesh. I completed my high school and plus two school from AMU, and also I'm currently pursuing BCom honors from AMU. My hobby is painting, and also I like to write. I like to write diary. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, okay. So, like, what would you? I mean, can you imagine a world without English? Do you think
Well,
that if it is impossible to assume a world without English?
it is, I guess, impossible to assume a world without English because most of the things in today's world are done in English. In offices, employees are hired if they know English, and also if we are not able to speak with others from people from another country or people from another state, if we don't know English, you wouldn't be able to teach us English if you didn't know English. So I guess it is impossible to assume the world without English.
Okay, if it wasn't English, what else it could be? I mean, at its place.
Oh, it's a hard question. I can't really think of any language which is the alternate of English.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think of Urdu? I really love Urdu,
Urdu,
and
yeah, Urdu is a great. I would love if Urdu was the alternate of English.
but you can't ever imagine of like Urdu is dominating English.
Yeah.
You make it. We suppose a scenario like you suppose that Urdu is going to
Mm-hmm.
dominate the English. What would be the
Mm-hmm.
possibility? Like how we can make it happen?
How we can make it happen?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. How we can make it happen? Like you are
we can.
superpower. You suppose you are superpower, like you in the United States, maybe more
I would
powerful than
teach
United States.
if I had the superpower to
Yeah,
make
you.
the Urdu a universal language.
Yeah, you
Then
have every
I
power. You have the military, you have the gun power, you have the armory, and you have the gunship, you have the
I will
battleship, you have the plane.
I will
What would
force
you do
everyone to study Urdu.
to study Urdu?
Like English. English is forced in schools nowadays.
Okay. So what would you do to people who refuse to learn Urdu? Would you kill them?
I will no
Assassinate them?
no, I will give them the punishment.
Like, what punishment would you probably give them?
I will I can't think of any punishment right now, but I would give them homework like teacher give to the student.
Okay, I will, what would I do? I will put them, I will tie them, I will tie them up on the top of a bar upside down, and I will beat them.
Oh, such a harsh punishment.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Kulsum.
Welcome.
So we are moving to who is the next one? Asma Khatun or Arqam Safi? Shafi. Asma Khatun, are you with us? Khatun?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, hello, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
Okay, would you introduce yourself to us if you don't mind?
Okay, so my name is Asma Khatun, and I was born in Bihar, and I'm currently in Aligarh for educational purposes. Currently, I'm in class 12, pursuing PCD stream in Aligarh Muslim University Girls Schools. And my hobbies include studying psychology and writing poetries, and my aim is to become a psychologist.
Okay, that's really great. And I really wish you all the best. All right. And all correspondence from the God,
Thank
especially,
you
and
so
I
much.
hope you will successfully and effortlessly achieve your goal. All right.
Yeah, thank you
You can
so much.
gradually make Urdu or any language universal. Paradigm shift is now possible. We can gradually make Urdu or any other language universal. Okay, Sabi, Yaman, that's a good comment. Okay, so I want to ask you something. Are you ready, Asma
Yeah,
Khatun?
yes, please.
Okay. Boy or girl? Inshallah, if Allah wishes, if Allah willing, one day you'll be having kids. So God gave you a option, choice. Girl or boy? Who would you rather choose?
Actually, I'm not in the support of marriage at all, so I don't think I would be ever married.
Astaghfirullah. Okay. Okay, okay. So, like, you are at a gunpoint. Okay. You suppose
Yeah,
you are at a
yeah,
gunpoint.
yes.
I'm pointing the gun at you. And you have two options. You can either choose a boy or a girl. Who would you rather choose?
I guess girl.
Why?
It's just
Again,
that I am a girl, so I can trust girls more than boys.
Allah. So you don't trust men.
I haven't seen anyone trustworthy, so
Okay, okay. So you never seen a man who is trustworthy. That's why you don't
yeah,
trust. You don't put your trust on men.
yeah, actually.
So you don't trust your father. Do you?
Actually, he's separate, so
Okay. I mean, accept your father, right?
no.
Then you said
Sorry,
that
no, please.
you said you never found or you never seen a man who is trustworthy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I was asking about your father. Do you trust your father?
No, not at all.
Okay, that was really funny. Okay, okay. All right. So there is no one you trust at all. What about Prophet? Do you trust him?
Yeah, obviously.
But he's a
But
man.
again, I said I didn't see, never seen such a person in my life. So
But
that's
have you
why.
seen Prophet? Have you seen Prophet in life?
I've not seen him, but yeah, obviously I trust him, I believe him, being a
But
Muslim.
you are trusting. Is it sensible to us that you are trusting someone that you never seen, that you never witnessed, but you got to know about him by the people who lived after him, right?
Yeah,
So how sensible it is. I can't just grind it. It's not grinded in my mind. You trust someone that you never seen. You've heard of him from the people and you read about him in books, but you don't trust the people around you. How it's possible?
because the men that I've seen in my life have been in that manner that I just can't trust them. Like, that's how it has been.
Okay. Uh, all right, all right. Thank you so much, Asma Khatun. I really wish, and I explicitly, I will just dedicate my prayer for you to find a good people who are trustworthy.
Thank you.
Okay, your trust problem. I hope your problem will soon lifted. Will be lifted soon. All right. Okay.
Inshallah.
Okay. So we are moving to Matlub. Matlub, are you with us? Matlub Ahmed. You know, you don't have you don't need to always be serious. You can be funny because language is not as something a burden that's been put on your like shoulders. It's just easy as feathers. Matlub Ahmed, would you mind turning on the mic? Okay, I think he maybe shy. All right.
Hello.
What about yeah?
Hello.
Please.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.
Sir, this is Aspara. Actually, in the beginning, you say my name, and I was host also, and I'm also the part of this class. And due to some connection problem, I was unable to unmute myself. So I'm here
Okay,
now.
okay. So yeah, thank you. Welcome back. I'm really glad. Thank you so much for your arrival. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we would like to indulge ourselves with your presence. Okay. So Asfara, would you like to give us a brief self introduction?
So basically, I'm Asfara, and I'm basically from Muzaffarnagar, UP, and I have been living in Aligarh since 6 years, and now I'm in graduation, Bachelor of Psychology in the second year, and that's it.
Okay, okay. Psychology. So I got a real quick question for you. You know, have you heard of the recent discussion? Like she was saying, she sees
Just
the
don't
world. There
ask
is
me the question related to my subject, and I'm very new to it, and I'm not very much aware of it. I know how I passed my first year. Just I
see,
don't know.
this is how we get experienced on things, and they will never like somehow. I really talk about the secularism, like secularism. I talk about feminism. I never experienced feminism. I really don't know what the feminists they claim for. I still don't know, but I still argue on these topics. And there are many things we still talk. We still talk about them, and we don't know yet. Okay, so Asfara,
Yes,
what do you think? What do you think of men and women?
sir.
Men and women.
Sir, for me, they both are equal. And the question you have asked someone else, like, what will you choose if you could have like a child? Who would
Yeah,
be?
yeah, yeah. Okay,
So,
okay. Let's back to that question. What would you rather choose, a boy or a girl?
sir, both girls and boys have equal importance. Without, like, we can't choose the one. But if you have to choose the one, then it definitely be girls, girl, because because for me, I'm not any like you can say, for me, girls are if I could have a girl, I can doll her up. She's beautiful. She will be. I don't know how can I explain, but you know.
Uh-huh. Yes, go ahead. No problem. You can take time. Okay. All right. I think she's stuck or something. Yes, Ahmed. Ahmed, you can speak. Matlub Ahmed. If you are willing, you can speak.
I'm Shabi speaking on behalf of Matlub Bhai.
Uh,
He is
uh,
known to. Acha, Matlub Bhai, say.
Assalamu alaikum. Myself, Matlub Ahmad, belongs to UP district Ambedkar Nagar. I am doing
Sir,
BTech with.
sorry, I was
Can
again disconnected. That's why I was.
Okay, as for we are dealing with another person right now. I
Okay,
request
okay.
you to keep.
We will
Yeah.
continue the next class. So because of my network connection, sorry for
Okay.
the thing.
Yeah, you're forgiven. You're excused. Okay. Ahmed, continue.
Myself, Matlub Ahmed, I am 40-year-old, belongs to UP, Uttar Pradesh district, Ambedkar Nagar. I am
Mm-hmm.
doing my BTech mechanical in 2011. But currently, last 10 years, I am not doing any job or business. So environment is not good for us. Then my speaking English is not good. I can't. I understand English, but not speaking properly English. You can understand.
No,
This
no,
is
you're speaking a good English, and I hope the efforts and the endeavors that you put forward in order to rise up your language will be successfully done and established. All right. So, Matlu, I really want to ask you
yes.
one thing. You said you are unemployed and you're still facing a lot of like an problem in terms of unemployment. So, can you tell me, have you ever been ignored or declined in the name of your language?
Sometimes when the first time I go to many time for interview. Then I face many problem in interview because of language. I have knowledge, but in front of HR put up question in English, I understand, but not my own word in English properly because of Hindi medium student I am. So this is a big problem for me.
Okay. So that's why what do you think you can't speak English? What do you think the reason is that you can't speak English? What do you think the reason? Like, what do you think? How can it be lifted? I mean, how can this problem resolved?
When I joined job 2 years, my English is very good in speaking. Fluency is also very good. When I quit the job, the people of in my around, the village people and common man, they not speaking, they're not talking in English. Then slowly, day by day, my English is weak and weak and weak.
Okay, like day by day, you can also use gradually. Like gradually, my language got.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Okay, you are talking about the reasons which led you to uh like degrade your language. I'm talking about what do you think? What could be the melody like remedy for improving your language? Like what do you think? How can it be lifted? How can it be improved?
I
What do you
think
think what do you think the
if
solution can be?
solution can be if I am go to anywhere where no language are used without English. This is good for me because no option for me. English can speak wrong or right. Then can I improve? Second, vocabulary is main role for speaking English. Environment is more important for this speaking English. If you have your environment like that, who is talking English, debating in English, then you are uh, uh, मतलब मजबूर यू आर मजबूर मतलब कि हो जाएंगे मजबूर आपको इंग्लिश
Majbur,
सीखने के
majbur, it means forceful, right?
जी
Is that
या
forceful? Yeah, in Arabic also, jabara yajbur majbur. It means forced, forced. I think there are many, similarities. There are like many of words are common.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Matlub. And
Okay, thank you.
we expect your further presence with us in our upcoming classes, and I hope they will be definitely benefit you and help you out with your journey, language journey. And I
Thank
hope
you.
you will find
Thank you, sir.
yes, you're welcome.
I want to add few things.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so Noob and I both are residing in one place only, and we normally work for the cause cause like poor kids, yatim, gurba, widow person. So a lot of social work. And then somehow I convinced him to be in the group so that we can convince other person to join us and then motivate them. We are doing lots of work, social work in Delhi, and though he's
Mhm.
not employed, but he is getting money, a little bit money from the other sources also. And really, he is a very genuine person, very generous person, and known to Abrar Bhai also.
Okay, okay.
We are associated with mosque, some other mosque, and then
And
we used to do maktab, the dini works also. Yeah, please.
there was a startup in Aligarh. When I was at Aligarh, and there was a
Yeah.
startup that run by Malayali Association. Its name was Ignite India.
Mm.
Despite the national national differences, there was a Malayali organization which we called the SSF. Okay, like Sunni Federation. So they constructed a building, like a school, in Aligarh, like next to the Aligarh Muslim University, where the poor kids are taken to, like who can't afford the school expenses, and under their supervision, under the teachers who they appointed, the kids are like the poor kids, like very like people from the very low level grade. Okay, they are taught and they are trained to get admission at Aligarh Muslim University. That was the one of the great venture. That was a great startup, and especially established for the poor people, like minority communities, who are like from the coming from the low level, who cannot afford like going to school and going to college and secure a good admission at a privileged institution, educational institutions. So I've been a part of that. I could not just speak English. Sorry, I could not just speak Hindi, and neither Hindi nor Urdu. That was the only reason I could not literally completely get involved in that part. But I really have only one regret. The only regret that I have is that was that I could not just simply take part in this venture, because many people who were taken to this startup were from common. I mean, from common people. So I could not know. I mean, I do not know how to communicate with them without having a good standard eloquence in Hindi or Urdu. Yeah.
Yeah, so we are doing gradually. We are doing without any assistance from any external source. Assistance in the sense monetary assistance. What we few peoples are getting, few friends are getting involved, and then we are contributing, and we are doing numerous types of activities also. And speaking English, though he is not means he was not planning to join, but I insisted him to be in the group so that we can communicate it to other person and motivate them. Now, speaking, may I say something about the English, like what we do or what I suggest the students or small kids to? May I
Go
may
ahead.
I
Go
share the
ahead.
experience?
Please. Go ahead.
So, Indonesia, though I'm from English medium school, but I was not having that exposure to speak English language. So, initially, when Reliance came on phone network communication came, that time when I was calling the customer care, and without any, I was calling the customer care without any issues, without any problem, just to speak in English. And that time I was not hesitating, because the customer care was not able to see me, and even I cannot know with whom I'm speaking. So that gradually, like even after 4 5 months, I started speaking proper English. And I'll suggest everyone to just try to speak English, immerse themselves in the English, be in the environment, and they will gradually learn English. Grammar is not required. What I think, like, grammar is not required. Nothing is required. No vocabulary is required. Just to be in the environment, one person can learn English. See, we know Hindi, but nobody has taught us Hindi. No, nobody. No, and not my father, not my mother. No one has taught us. But we started speaking because when we started growing up, catching the words, even after 8, 10, 12 months, so slowly and gradually we started speaking Hindi. Same thing happens with English. So if anybody wants to speak, just start speaking today only. No tomorrow, no day after tomorrow, no overmorrow. Just today only.
Mhm. Exactly. The success is only waiting for those who would think there is no tomorrow. There is only today,
Yeah.
and they never postpone the thing. I just remember a quote which was written in the board when I appeared for the net exam in the classroom. That was, "Don't wait for the opportunity, just create one." Like if you find no door to knock, just create a door and knock it down. Okay, or blow it up. So
Yeah.
thank you so
And
much.
like
Like
content is very much required. Content is very much required. For that, reading is very much essential. Read everything, whatever is written, even the billboard, even in the shop name, bus
yeah,
name, car name, anything. Just go on reading because our
yeah,
eyes catches. What I think our eyes catches the graphical image. If there is a
yeah,
picture of crocodile, तो हम ऐसे नहीं पूंछ से सर तक crocodile नहीं पढ़ते हैं कि crocodile है. There is a picture, we say crocodile. But when we started reading CROCO, something like that, hippopotamus, we start reading from HI. So when we'll read fluently with high speed, the words will be something like graphical image, and that will fix in our brain. So when next time we'll see that word, will not start from H or for hippopotamus or C for crocodile. We'll just read the words, and then that will increase the reading power, speaking power, everything. What I think. I may deviate from your perception or concept. Okay.
exactly. There is one more quote which refers to the importance of reading. Like I don't remember exactly what was the poet who quoted this word. He said, "Read a thousands of book, and the word will fly in your flow in your tongue like a water, like the water runs in river. Like read a thousands of book, and the words will flow in your mouth, in your tongue, as the water flow in the river." So reading is very far more important. Like if you want to make your words, if you want to make it very fruitful and perfect and inclusive of like profound of ideas and the profound of thoughts, as the person just recently mentioned, I don't remember him. Like he's really facing a big trouble, having how to convey his idea that he has got in his mind, and he does not know how to put this idea into words. He's really lack the proficiency on that particular manner. For
Yeah.
that,
And using proper word is very much necessary. Every word conveys different meaning. Every word conveys different meaning. Even same is not same as similar, alike, identical, equal, equivalent. Every word has different meaning. So when we'll practice, we'll learn the proper word, where to use that word, and gradually, when if we'll not practice, nothing will is going to happen. The moment we'll start practicing, gradually we'll learn which word is good, which is bad. Even in Arabic, there are several words which has several meaning, and we cannot use one word in the place of other. So in similarly, in English or any other language, we should like use the word which is proper, like I said. And many a time the word which are proper, we are intending to speak something, but by mistake we used to some different word, and that different word conveys different meaning. So that will come only after learning. When we'll read the books, then only that thing comes, like where to use the which word.
exactly. And there is one more thing is certain about the spoken English. It's not, it does not undergo the, learning process, but rather it's all about the imitation. You can the same way implement it, adopting and learning that your own language, you can use the same in English. Like how did we learn our mother tongue, and how did it gradually grow up? By just imitating. We just imitated everything that we heard of. What we heard of from our parents, what we heard of from our like the people around us, and what they called us, what they called out us, and whatever that came out of their mouth, we just as it is, we just adopted, and we just adopted it as it is, and we started imitating them. In the beginning, we made a lot of mistakes. It wasn't the same as we were told. Then we started emphasizing on the syllables, and we started emphasizing on the letters where it was required. And by the passing time, with the passage of time, we improved, a immaculate trembling language that we are using at the moment, that we are using to communicate, that we use to interact, that we use to share ideas. So the same thing can be implemented in the English itself. So I mean, with this, I think we need to conclude our today's session. In the upcoming section will be the day after tomorrow, and I will definitely design something really great for yeah. Inshallah, I'm really working on it. And as you know, at the moment, I'm
Sir,
working as a guest lecturer. I'm currently working as a guest lecturer at a college. Like, but I need to. I have a class tomorrow, so that's why I made the schedule. That's why we are scheduled, or like we have scheduled our class from 8:30 till 9:15. So it was our first session. Then I do not mind, spending more time, consuming more time here. So thank you so much, every single one who joined with us and who been with us and who will be with us. So and on like from me and on
sir,
behalf of the finances, I humbly extend my humble gratitude for every single one who joined us. Okay, and the more beautiful classes and lessons is waiting ahead. Yes, do you want to say something?
yes, sir.
Sir,
Actually, when I
student are left for introduction.
What?
Sir, some students are left for introduction.
Okay, okay, okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, I
Who
know,
is
I
left?
know. Yes. Is there anyone who wants to introduce themselves?
I think Shifa, I don't know. Shifa Khan.
sir, me also.
Just
So there is one more thing. I would like to notice you one more thing, that our group now is admins only, and I will make it for public, that we can have some activities. Okay, that we can have some good activities where we can improve, elevate our knowledge along with the language. The language won't be our focal point. Okay, and yeah, like we are running out of the time right now, and unfortunately, I'm forced to conclude our section right now. And my mom is really calling me to have my dinner. So inshallah, we'll be meeting the next time. I need to go. So I wish you a great day, and just keep remember in your mind that good things take time. You need as long as you put the maximum of your power and your endeavors and your effort, as more the result will come out of yourself. Okay, you are the one who better know about yourself. You are the one who better know about you, what you're capable of, and you are the one who better know like what would be the outcomes can be produced by your own self. So I wish you all the best. And when so with this, we are concluding our session. Thank you so much for everyone. Inshallah, see you in the next class. Is there any? Do you have any doubts or questions? You can just ask.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I have one question. Actually, how we can practice English, because I have been reading book, but still I'm unable to speak English properly.
Okay.
Sometimes I
Spoken English.
forget the word, the class.
Yeah. Spoken English. Spoken English is a skill. It's not a knowledge. Knowledge we can achieve by reading books. Knowledge we can achieve by listening to people. But practice, when it comes to when it comes to skill, it has to be achieved by practical terms. You got me? Like you have to practice
Sir,
it. How would you practice it?
by living in sir, by living in the environment like AMU in the hostel, we are not able to practice with our friends in hostel. So
Okay,
how we can do
I,
it?
I got you. The old people that who is around you is only speak English. I mean Hindi. So you get no way to speak English. Is that your concern? There are
No, sir.
online. Okay, there are online platforms which will fetch you the opportunity to speak the people from different countries. The applications like there are Telegram. There are a couple of profound of groups which are designed for English, and there is a new application that I can suggest, Free for Talk. It's a link. You can just search on the Google where you can find 24/7 English speaking communities, and you can find your right partner. If you're comfortable to talk to him, you can have conversation. You can move on, and I think that's a best free uh, app ever found. So you can also use it. And if you have a good part, like people from, like I think at Aligarh Muslim University, there are many people from out of the India, like abroad, expatriate life, who was having expatriate life, who was living, as foreigners. You can also get in touch with them. You can have a real conversation. Because I will tell you one thing, when it comes to real conversation, like face-to-face conversation, it will be the different from that we're having right now. I mean, in throughout the phone. That time you need more confident. That time you need more powerful, like more energy. That time you need more confidence that should come out of your words. So you have to be confident. You have to be uh, self-esteemed. Where you have to be well defined. Where you have to be self organized. That you can run a good conversation. Otherwise, you'll be facing many problems. As
Sorry,
yeah,
Yeah.
what?
sorry for that, sir. I'm asking, what did you say? What did you say? The name of free?
Free for talk. I will type it. Mm, free for talk. Okay.
Okay, thank
And
you so
also,
much.
and as I said, if the opportunities is not before you, you can make your own opportunity. Like you can find a language partner who is close to you, with who you are comfortable with. Because there is one more thing I want to mention you. Like I want to warn you, like such a platform which are public, there are many hidden threats. I was waiting for you. Many threats are waiting for you. You don't know how to deal with them. So always be aware. Just always keep in your mind why you are doing this, like on what purpose you're doing this. So I don't want you to get in any trouble. So yeah. So if you have any other questions, you can ask in our group. Okay, official group. I'll be answering inshallah as soon as we reach there. So from now we are concluding today's session. I'll be having a good session the day after tomorrow, inshallah, and I will also, as I said, I will design and plan some uh, good plans, and I'll be come up with some new things and a more interesting, inshallah. Okay, interesting forms. So till then, see ya. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Walaikum assalam.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, guys, you can leave yourself. I'm going to end the session.